So much, Raven.
Congressman Frank Pallone is sounding the alarm over what he calls a dangerous lifeguard shortage at Sandy Hook and other federally run beaches. With peak summer crowds at the state's national parks and no response to his initial cry for help, he's now ramping up pressure on federal officials. Ted Goldberg reports on his plan to push for action before it's too late.
I don't know that there's anybody in Congress, Democrat or Republican, that feels that we should be skimping on health and safety. And that's what I fear is happening here.
Sandy Hook's beaches bring in a lot of sunbathers and a lot of swimmers. But Congressman Frank Pallone is concerned that there aren't enough lifeguards to keep them safe. And he puts blame squarely on the Trump administration after their efforts to shrink the federal workforce.
This was DOGE. This was a hiring freeze or an effort, and many people who had applied and go back every year were told we're not hiring this year. The money was allocated by Congress. The lifeguards are willing to work. They're not being hired. And, people are still paying the fee. I mean, if you go to Sandy Hook, you still have to pay.
Pallone wrote a letter to the Department of the Interior criticizing the mass layoffs, saying in part, the cumulative impact of these policies have left Gateway National Recreation Area with a skeleton crew to run the fourth most visited National Park Service unit in the country. There have been drowning incidents at Sandy Hook when the beaches are not open and fully staffed with lifeguards. We cannot let this situation repeat itself this summer, though I am concerned your disregard for the vital health and safety roles that NPS staff play may result in tragedy at Sandy Hook. Pallone wrote that on June 9th and says not only has he not heard back, but he hasn't been told about staffing levels for lifeguards at Sandy Hook. We asked a Gateway spokesperson if swimming has been affected there and for updated numbers of lifeguards working there, and we did not get a response.
People go to Sandy Hook and they're going to swim. They'll go to a protected beach if they can, but if they can't, because there's no lifeguard, then they're just going to swim anyway. And yeah, sure, of course, we've had drowning. There's a real potential for that to occur.
The amount of risk that we're taking by having unguarded beaches this summer is tremendous. It's unfathomable.
Lauren Cosgrove works for the National Parks Conservation